So we got one of these newfangled ultrasonic cleaners. And I love it!
Ding ding, a ring a ding ding ding, wedding bells soon will ring a ding my way.
Well, hello again guys, it's Gregola Productions here with the Westclox show. And it didn't take 3 weeks for this thing to come in, by the way. It actually took 2 days. It just took me a while to get this whole video here going. There's been some new developments here and things that are going on. So let me just tell you about them. Well, for starters, I found this thing in the back alley behind my house. This is some sort of, I don't know what, if it's for school use or you'd have some sort of projector on top of this thing. And these two tabs fold up. Yes, I did clean this up before bringing it in here. It's an Apollo cart of some sort. I have no idea what this would have been used for. We got we got a newspaper down there. But yeah, this thing, it's got brakes, rolls around. You know, I don't know what this would have been used for. I don't know why these fold up. Well, actually I do know why these fold up, because it'd be super inconvenient to carry this thing around with these out. Now I may oil the wheels a little bit. I think they're a little bit stiff, but other than that, like this thing's great. It's solid metal. I think this is out of the 70s. And this was in a pile of free stuff. It was a bunch of junk, except for this. No, I'm not one for going through other people's garbage, but, well, I'm kind of one to talk, aren't I? The old Westclox guy. The Westclox guy going through all the old Westclox. No, this is something different, but yeah, I grabbed this because, well, I could totally make use out of this. I mean, anyone with any sort of workshop, I think, could make use out of this. And I have been making use of it because I've been putting the ultrasonic cleaner on it. And when I have to empty it out, I use this blue bin here. So I've got a little portable work table. Isn't that nice? 100% free. Yes, viewers, we will be seeing more of my portable cart workstation doohickey thing in more videos in the future. But as for the ultrasonic cleaner, we've got some interesting things going on here, and that's why this video is kind of a prep to explain what's been going on with this thing. Now, I have used it. I've been trying to clean things with it, and I'll just show you just what I was doing. And this came from that, this idea came from that ultrasonic tips and tricks video, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, I'll just show you what I'm talking about. So yes, after unboxing and everything, maybe I'll show the box here at some point. I'm not entirely sure. We'll see how things go. Anyway, so after setting everything up, I put my parts into the currently unnamed cleaning solution, my clock parts, which are still vaguely clean. I don't know, vaguely clean. I don't know how happy I am with those results. Put the parts in there, put them in the solution, and let the cleaner run. Obviously there was water in this. No, viewers, I'm not that stupid. And away it went, and I'll just show you a clip of that running right now. So as you can see, there's bubbles coming off of the parts, and the cleaner's operating correctly and everything. And when I actually do use this again, I will demonstrate it on camera, but we're not going to do that right now. We're not going to be using this. So anyway, this went pretty okay, I would think. Except for one little problem. Greg hasn't been using a great cleaning solution. Greg decided it'd be a good idea to buy a $30 massive container of kerosene to clean the clock's parts in, because he thought that kerosene would be a good substance to clean with. And I mean, it did work in the container. It didn't burn the house down, but it didn't really clean much. Well, it did a little bit after like 30 minutes of being in the ultrasonic cleaner. the kerosene did clean the parts a little bit. Looking at the actual parts here, I mean, you can see things are still dirty. Yeah, I mean, like, what's that right there? That's not a... yeah. So, we're going to try this again here, viewers. Except we're going to try with something a little bit different. No, we're not going to invest more money into another bottle of kerosene because we think this one is somehow defective. No, 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 no. We're not going to do that. One of the viewers who... well, one of the viewers I've probably mentioned before, okbridges, he came to the rescue a year earlier. It's complicated, viewers. I asked him at some point during 2018 what he was using to clean his clocks, and he said, oh, I've got this formula from Tom Temple's Extreme Clock Restoration book. And I said, well, I'm just using mineral spirits because that works too. Well, guess what, viewers? Mineral spirits doesn't really work that well, and we're not going to be using it anymore, except for the gramophone, which is the only thing that I think mineral spirits has properly cleaned. And I mean the gramophone motor. So anyway, okbridges, he gave me the formula for the Tom Temple's Clock Repair Restoration book. He gave me his cleaning formula, and in the form of a comment. So I've more or less copied and pasted this onto a Google Docs document and printed it out. There it is, Tom Temple's book, Extreme Clock Restoration. So, viewers, we, not today, but we're going to be making this formula, this proven to work formula on his videos. You can see on any okbridges clock repair video that this formula is what works for him. And if it works for him, chances are it's going to work for the rest of us. Now, what do we need to do to make this work? Well, okay. Now, I'm just going to tell you all right now, I have changed the way I'm going to do this around a little bit. Just a bit. Just a bit, viewers. Just a bit. And I'll explain that as I go. Okay. So, first of all, as you can see, all that we need here, it says mix in a 1-gallon can. I'm not going to be doing that step, okay? I'm going to be mixing in a 4-liter milk jug, which is roughly 1 gallon. And I have done my research, and no, all these chemicals will not melt the plastic. Okay. And mix it in a milk jug or a can, and in case it somehow does melt the plastic, we'll be doing it all on video, or mixing this formula on camera, so you all can see how the pros do it. Okay. Everyone has their own method of doing this. Okay. Actually, briefly speaking on everyone's own method of doing it. Obviously, everyone has a different method of clock repair or clock cleaning that I've seen. Everyone has a different one. I like this one because it's actually out of a book, and we're not on the NAWCC forums for an hour and a half trying to figure out one coherent conversation there. Oh no, just mix I don't know, just put straight acetone in there and you'll clean. No, we're not gonna. No. Okay, back to the thing. Mix in a 1-gallon can. In this case, we're going to be using a milk jug. And allow it to stand for 2 hours. Okay, and you got to loosely cap the can. Okay, sounds easy enough. Then fill the can on up with cold water. Now, here's the part where it already changes, okay? We're going to pour some of the formula, or the cleaning solution, out of the milk jug and into one of these containers, which I was using in the ultrasonic cleaner beforehand. I doubt we're going to be using that one because there was kerosene in there. So now we're going to fill up the this container, the formerly chocolate nut container. Fill it up with the formula and put some of the formula in there, however much we need to put in. Put it in there. Fill it up with cold water and then add the parts. Do not leave the parts in there for more than an hour, and then put on the lid. So it's pretty straightforward, and my version of it, I don't know, I have not tested my version of it. My slightly modified, ever so slightly modified version of the formula. I don't know. Well, I mean, why? I guess why wouldn't it work is the question. And what okbridges does is he puts the 1 gallon can on top of his clothes dryer and runs the clothes dryer for, I don't know, 30 minutes or whatever, however long it is. He runs the dryer and it keeps all the chemicals agitated. So it's not just all sitting there. And as for the ultrasonic cleaner, since it's got the ultrasonic bubbles and everything flowing through the liquid, that should keep everything agitated too. So I do have a clothes dryer. I could make this, but I've decided I want to use the ultrasonic cleaner for this. So yes, we need 4 ounces of Murphy's oil soap, 8 ounces of acetone. I keep calling it acetone, but it's acetone, I think. Don't or feel free to correct me if I'm wrong on that. And 12 ounces of ammonia, and I think I already explained that. So, okay, we've got 2 of the ingredients, 2 out of 3 here. Well, 2 out of 4 actually. We have the acetone. Okay, we got the acetone. That's one of the key ingredients, and the famous Murphy's oil soap. So there's 2 of the ingredients, viewers. Now we just need the ammonia, or the preferably 26% ammonia, and the preferably cold water. Or, well, I don't know if it's cold. I don't know if it has to be cold. I guess, thinking about this using common sense, generally you don't want to put a bunch of hot water into flammable chemicals. So yes, viewers, we've got 2 out of the 4 ingredients that we need to make this happen. And as I may or may not have said already, I don't know, I've had to do a couple of takes of this video because I've been having problems trying to get my words out. We're going to be mixing this on camera outside so you can see just what I'm doing. This here, viewers, is the prep video, and it's also to compensate for me not uploading anything for 2 weeks because I was trying to get all this stuff sorted out. So anyway, viewers, I think that's all we have to do here today. We've got our... I mean, you can see what we're going to be doing. I also have to wait for the weather to clear up because there's no chance of me mixing this in my basement. I want to make this outside, so just in case it smells or anything along those lines, I can do this outside. So I hope everybody understands my relatively, well, it's not mine. I don't know who originally came up with it. I guess it was just people experimenting with various chemicals and hoping they didn't melt the brass or something like that. You know what, let's just forget all of this and just put WD-40 in there and everything will be okay. No. Okay, I hope everybody understands what I'm going to do with my milk jug substitute and my chocolate nut container substitute for the parts, which are going to have the formula and the clock parts and some cold water. I don't know if this thing has to be filled up to the top, but I'll definitely make sure to put, or at least bury the parts under the various liquids going in. So I hope everybody understands what's going on here. I mean, I don't think maybe I explained it really poorly, I don't know. But if you don't understand, that's okay. I'm going to do it on camera and you'll hopefully understand. So, yeah, viewers, that's the prep, that's the clock cleaning prep, and as I previously mentioned, I still need to get the ammonia for this, but we're almost ready to go. Well, that is if the weather wants to cooperate. We're almost ready to go, and yeah, we'll get this whole operation going as soon as possible, viewers. I know I'd like to clean clocks properly and do more clock videos and stuff like that. And I thank you for sitting through this. So stay tuned for the actual mixing part where I mix these chemicals and everything like that. And yeah, I'll see you then, viewers.